Most people look at a $50 bill and see lunch. They see a tank of gas. They see a night out. They see something insignificant. And that is exactly why they will stay poor. To the average person, $50 is disposable. If they put it into a trading account and lose it, they shrug. They say, it was only $50. But to the professional, to the person who is going to build an empire, that $50 is not money. It is a seed. You do not eat the seed. You do not throw the seed away because it looks small. You plant it. You protect it. You water it with patience because you know that inside that tiny, insignificant seed is a forest. This video is not about how to flip $50 into $100 by tomorrow. That is gambling. That is the path of the amateur. This video is about the psychological transformation required to take a $50 account and build it into $100,000. The journey from 50 to 100,000 is not a journey of speed. It is a journey of identity. If you cannot manage $50 with perfect discipline, the market will never give you 50,000. The market is a filter. It filters out the impatient, the greedy, and the weak. Right now, your account is small. Good. That is your advantage. Because while the account is small, the mistakes are cheap. You are in the training ground. You are building the fortress. Stop looking at the profit. Stop looking at the dollar amount. Whether you make $2 or $2,000 is irrelevant right now. What matters is the execution. You are not trading for money. You are trading for your future self. Let's talk about the math, because the math is where most traders die. The reason you fail to grow a small account is because you are addicted to the dopamine of big numbers. You open a trade. You risk $20 to make $40. On a $50 account, that is suicide. You are risking 40% of your lifeblood on a single coin flip. Why do you do this? Because you are bored. If you trade correctly, with proper risk management, risking perhaps 1 or 2% per trade, your profit on a winning trade might be $1, maybe $2. You look at that $2 profit and you feel insulted. You think, is this it? I spent 3 hours analyzing charts for the price of a cup of coffee. And that thought, that feeling of insult, is the enemy. That boredom is the barrier between you and wealth. Here is the reality of the curve. If you can grow your account by just 5% a week, consistently, do you know what happens? For the first few months, it looks like nothing. The line is flat. You are making pennies. This is the valley of death. This is where 99% of traders quit or blow up their accounts because they try to speed up the process. But if you survive the boredom, if you keep compounding that small seed, the curve begins to bend. The 50 becomes 500. The 500 becomes 5,000. The 5,000 becomes 50,000. It is the same percentage. It is the same trade. It is the same chart. The only difference is time. You have to fall in love with the boredom. You have to take pride in the $2 win, because that $2 win is the proof of concept. If you can make $2 following your rules, you can make $2,000 following the same rules. The zero is just a placeholder. The discipline is the asset. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. The skyscraper does not start in the clouds. It starts in the dirt. It starts in the basement. Your $50 account is the basement. Lay the foundation, brick by brick, boring trade by boring trade. In the wild, the lion is the king. But have you ever watched a lion hunt? The lion does not run around the savannah chasing every gazelle it sees. If it did that, it would burn all its energy. It would starve. It would die. The lion waits. It lies in the tall grass. It watches. It waits for the weak. It waits for the slow. It waits for the perfect opportunity where the odds of success are almost guaranteed. Most traders with small accounts are not lions. They are hyenas. They are frantic. They are running at everything that moves. The price is moving up. Buy. The price is dropping. Sell. They are trading out of a fear of missing out. They feel that because their account is small, they must trade more to make it grow. This is a lie. To turn $50 into $100,000, you must adopt the mindset of the sniper. You have $50. Think of it as 50 bullets. Once you fire them, they are gone. You cannot afford to spray and pray. You cannot afford to fire into the air just to see what happens. You sit, you wait, you let the market dance, you let the candles move. You do nothing. Doing nothing is a trading position. In fact, it is often the most profitable position. You are waiting for your setup. The one setup you have mastered. The one setup that you know statistically pays out over time. If the market does not give you that setup today, you do not trade. You close the laptop. You win the day by protecting your capital. The amateur thinks, I didn't trade today, so I made no progress. The professional knows, I didn't trade today, so I didn't lose money on a subpar setup. I survived. Survival is the first goal. Profit is the second. With a $50 account, you are fragile. One bad week of overtrading can wipe you out. You must be ruthless with your patience. Be the lion. Let the market come to you. Let's talk about the pain of losing. When you are trading a small account, losses feel personal. You lose $5 and you feel stupid. You feel like the market stole from you. You feel the urge to get revenge. You instantly open another trade, larger this time, to win back what you lost. This is the moment you die. This is the moment the trader leaves the room and the gambler enters. To scale to $100,000, you must achieve total emotional detachment. You must become numb to the outcome of any single trade. Imagine you own a casino. You own a roulette table. You know that, mathematically, the house always wins in the end. When a player walks in and wins one spin, does the casino manager get angry? Does he flip the table? Does he try to win the money back immediately? No, he smiles. He gives the player a free drink. Because he knows the math. He knows that over 1,000 spins, the casino will take everything. You must be the casino. Your trading strategy is your edge. It is your house advantage. A losing trade is simply a cost of doing business. It is an operating expense, like a restaurant buying food or a shop paying for electricity. You pay the market to find out if the trade works. Sometimes it doesn't. That is okay. When you lose a trade on your $50 account, I want you to say this to yourself. Next. That's it. Just next. The market has no memory. The market doesn't know you lost the last trade. The market doesn't care about your feelings. The chart is just data. If you carry the anger from the last trade into the next one, you are trading with emotional baggage. You will make mistakes. You will hesitate when you should strike, and you will strike when you should wait. Detach. The $50 is just digits on a screen. The $100,000 is just digits on a screen. The only thing that is real is your execution. Did you follow your rules? If you followed your rules and lost money, that is a successful trade. If you broke your rules and made money, that is a failed trade. Read that again in your mind. If you break your rules and win, you have taught yourself that bad discipline is rewarded. That is the most dangerous thing that can happen to a new trader. The path from 50 to 100,000 is not a straight line. It is a winding road through a storm. The market changes. The strategy that works in January might not work in June. Volatility shifts. Trends end. Support breaks. To survive this journey, you must be fluid, you must be water. Rigidity kills accounts. The trader who says, I will only buy, I will never sell, will eventually be destroyed. The trader who says, this strategy worked last year, so it must work today, will be destroyed. You must be a student of the game forever. When you start with $50, you are agile. You can move in and out of the market without slippage. As your account grows, you must adapt. But the biggest adaptation is inside your head. As the numbers get bigger, the pressure gets heavier. It is easy to hold a trade when you are up $10. Is it easy to hold the trade when you are up $10,000? Your heart starts beating faster. Your palms sweat. You want to take the profit early just to relieve the pressure. This is where the mindset work pays off. You have to normalize the numbers. You have to remember that $50,000 is just the same setup as $50, just with more zeros. If you panic when the numbers get big, you will self-sabotage. You will hit a financial thermostat, a limit in your head of what you think you deserve. You must shatter that glass ceiling. You must believe deep in your core that you are a $100,000 trader, even when your balance says 50. Here's the secret that nobody tells you. The goal is not the $100,000. If I gave you $100,000 today, you would lose it. You haven't built the muscles to carry that weight. You haven't forged the discipline to keep it. The goal is the person you become on the way to the $100,000. To take $50, a tiny insignificant seed, and turn it into a fortune, you have to destroy your old self. You have to kill the gambler. You have to kill the impatient child who wants everything now. You have to kill the ego that needs to be right, and from those ashes, you build a professional, a stoic, a master of self-control. The money is just the scorecard. The money is just the applause. The real prize is the character you build. Start Tidme. Respect the $50, respect the seed, be patient, be disciplined, be relentless, and watch the forest grow. Check out this powerful video here to learn more.